Dang, no.
I think anybody cares if you want to or not.
I did. They're not online.
Refresh.
I did.
Yeah. I don't know. It's there or not.
Okay, I'm really, really sorry, but I'm gonna just turn this.
No, other way. Here, it has to see the screen.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to on. Hold on. Okay, sorry, people. There it is.
America gets on her. She usually puts a folder right there. I'm not looking at people. I'm checking my answer with it.
Please get ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I don't like
Can we get a calculator for this?
Not even close. If you ain't done, you ain't even close to good. That's good. Let's answer that chit chat.
Are you guys doing any questions for me?
I do 1, 2, 5, 4, my bad.
What do you think?
I see never eaten.
Hey, are we supposed to solve this one?
I haven't Facebook.
Last name?
Yeah.
First name?
So Brad, here.
And then what was there already? Frank, you might want to kill that and start over. Did you right click on it and download? Or did you just try to double click and open?
I'll be back. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Last. Then first. That way you end up in the same order when I take them down.
Is anyone a Panthers fan?
No.
No.
I'm really winning team. You're not a fan. You just went for winning the Super Bowl.
Sucks to be you today, huh?
You need 4 players on the team.
Part of that team. I mean, that's a big deal.
It was my fault.
Just because I can't name, I'm just saying I'm not a fan.
Okay. I just want to see someone.
I'll start hearing about the schools like
Oh my god, I was so mad at my core.
Who is that?
God damn it.
Oh,
Hey, hey.
that's the
No,
guy.
No.
That's the guy from Blinds, right?
Yes. I was like, come
All right,
on,
people.
do my job.
Take time out. When you log into a computer, what do you have to put in there?
Your username and password.
Username is?
Whatever you set it as.
Like W bars.
Would be hers.
What she's putting in that's not working.
Because mine's like MK3, so it would be.
No, it's not. It's not her email.
Just to get logged onto the computer. You're gonna have to run down and, no,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
either
yours
in
would
or
be.
you're not. And you have to be in. Be in. So you're gonna go down and talk to Mrs. Bull now.
Do you guys remember these notes we took on Thursday? Sort of.
Not really.
Yeah, but I saved mine in the wrong
As soon as you
spot,
have
now I
to go
can't.
actually make the order.
Oh, noes.
Yeah. It's a word. No, we told him W bond. You said that.
All right, let's talk about the warm-up, and maybe we can jog your memories.
No.
So how many sig figs in this number?
5.
6.
A lot.
4.
5.
It's 5.
5, why?
Because you don't count the first 0.
Do we count the second 0?
Yes.
Are you
Why?
absolutely sure?
No.
I remember she made
Don't say no because I asked you why.
Yes.
Yes.
Why do you count the second zero?
Because it's a decimal.
Because
Do we
it's
always
after
count
the-
decimals?
Yes.
No.
Check this out, you guys. It's our third rule here. We don't want to count zeros before non-zeros, even in decimals. It's always going to be one sig fig if we just have one non-zero number and a bunch of zeros before it.
4.
Do you remember the why that you were giving for that? Do you remember the why? We don't count those zeros in front of the ones in that example? Why don't we count the zero?
Because you don't, it's illegal.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Uh-uh. You have to remember this part, and that's what will help you remember the whole thing. Okay? These two zeros out in front are showing you what? Why isn't this number written with the 2 at the beginning instead of those 2 zeros at the beginning?
Because those zeros are very important.
They have to show you where the decimal ends, that's right.
Oh, zero, I'm sorry.
That's all they're doing, those zeros are showing you where the decimal ends. And if
That's
that's
not
all
really a
they're
number.
doing,
That's funky doodle.
they don't count.
4.
I got that wrong too, guys. So what should our reasoning be?
They're just locating the decimal? That's what I was
I like
thinking,
it.
way back when.
To me, they're almost, are they just placeholders? Is that what they are?
Yes. That's another good way to say it.
So then why are the zeros after the non-zero numbers important? Aren't those just placeholders too? No, why not?
Nice, good answer, say it louder.
Those are showing precision.
Yes. Wow. Said that. That kid a piece of candy. Yeah, 3,000 points.
I can do that. I have candy.
Yeah.
One left over.
So how many sig figs, you guys?
4.
4.
Boom.
I got that right. I didn't know.
I said 4.
Okay, now we're gonna move into adding.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Macy actually knows something. It's such a time.
I did.
yay, tell me what you know.
What do you know, Macy? She asked you what.
Oh.
Tell her what you know.
Oh, okay. The second one, I have 1,243.372. That's not right.
Okay,
G.
and is that your final answer?
Yes. No grams, because G at the end. There. Yep.
Okay, and so when we're adding,
You missed 2 zeros after
Yeah.
the 1.
Oh, sorry. That's at
Oh,
100.
yeah.
There you go.
I thought she said 1,000 though, so
Sorry.
She did, but
She did.
kudos there.
She was just all excited.
Yeah, I didn't say what I was supposed to say.
That's all right. So is that your final answer? Is that showing all the significant figures we want to include?
Yes.
Do you guys all agree? Should we double check with our rules just to be positive?
I think we should, because I only got one kid nodding their head yes, and nobody said no. So,
Okay, so when we add, and I bolded the part that I thought made the most sense, and I forget who this was that put it in their own words, but I thought this was a really good explanation. Use the least number of decimals when we're adding and subtracting. And so are we using the least number of decimals of all these numbers here?
so how should we modify that answer?
3, no, 4, 0.4, right?
What was that?
0.4.
Well, there's two mice.
Minus.
And don't throw meese in there, because you hit everything else.
Well, she knows what she's talking about.
Leave her alone.
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry for being right.
Macy, what goes after the decimal?
4.
And then? There you go.
All right, I'm gonna throw a flight in this though. English teacher in me wants to say that that's not precise enough.
How come?
Well, then you put it back.
You gotta break
Why not, Mrs. Schneider? Well, I'm sitting there thinking that if you're supposed to add that amount to any particular experiment, and I put 0.4 instead of 0.372, then I'm gonna get a different result.
Well, then just leave it at 3.
That's why you're an English teacher.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good one, Jesse. I have a reason for you. If you
I
start
wanna
with,
know what the kids think first.
when you learned how to do these math problems, did you learn how to do them left to right? Or were they all stacked on top of each other?
All stacked on top of each other.
Well,
Yeah, they were.
I used that when I did
I
mine.
wanted us to put them.
Okay, and then you had to learn to write them, and then you had to get the ones column on top of the ones column on top of the ones column, yep. And that's all good when you're in first and second and third grade.
I like it.
We're 47.
That made me feel.
And when you added these in first, second, and third grade, you came up with an answer that had a 2 in the thousandth column, and that was correct. And now today, we're telling you, you shouldn't have anything in the hundreds or the thousandth column. And the problem we're facing right this minute is why?
Because we're doing the, least number of decimals in it.
But why do we do the one with the least number of decimals in it?
Because no one needs precision, you need accuracy.
No, we need both precision and accuracy. And if you go to the 100,000 number, what's in the hundredths column?
7.
No, THS, not S at the end. In the 100ths, 1 over 100 column.
What about it?
For that last number, the big one, the one that starts with 100,000. This number,
2.
what's in the 100ths column?
Oh.
0.
There's nothing there. What's in the 1,000th column? Nothing. How can you add nothing to 4 from the 3.142?
Well,
You can't add nothing. Why is there nothing over here in that last number? Because we don't know what it is. We know that after the decimal in the tenths place, there's a 0, but we don't know what's in the hundredths place. It may be a 4, and it would round to that 0. Time out. It may not be a 7, because that wouldn't round to a 0. But it could be a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, or a 0.
Yep.
And you don't know what it is, because it would round to a point 0. And you don't know for sure that this number is not rounded. Therefore, you have a whole bunch of I don't know after the last 0. And you can't use I don't know to do math. And you can't be exactly 100% right if you're guessing.
Think of it this way, guys. You've got 3 different students who are combining their measurements, and you're trying to get the most accurate answer possible. So this student was super accurate. They measured to the nearest thousandths place and gave us this great decimal. Awesome. So we can use that. This student didn't do as great of a job. They just went to 2 decimal places, but that's all right. It's still pretty accurate. This student got overwhelmed with their huge number, and then they only did 1 decimal place. So when we give our final answer, we can't be as accurate as this student because the other two students weren't as accurate. Does that make sense? So we have to just go with our least accurate, or least precise, I should say, number.
Very good. That's exactly right. Does that make sense to everybody? Turn that off.
Okay, so what if we had another one? What if we had 3.123 plus 56.891 plus 2.34? Oh, and these are all grams again.
How many decimals in your answer? How many significant figures in your answer?
4.
Probably 4.
Yeah.
Is your answer going to be over 100?
No.
So there's going to be 2 on the left and 2 on the right. 4.
62.35.
Yeah, so even though these go all the way to 3 decimal places, this one only goes to 2 decimal places, so we have to round to 2 decimal places. What should our answer be?
62.35.
62.35.
Perfect. And we should use this symbol, right?
Absolutely.
Since the answer with all the decimal places is 354, and then we round down. Okay. Multiplication. What's the rule when we multiply sig figs?
I don't even know if I say it.
Please always save your notes, you guys, in a place where you can find them so you can use them later. Even if it seems like you won't use them, save them.
For like the kids that weren't here last time, like I was here, so I didn't get all the notes. Do you think Mrs. Keller could put her notes
She
in
might.
the photo?
You want to ask her?
Mrs. Keller,
Yes.
last time I didn't get done typing all my notes, and there was a couple kids that were gone. So do you think that you could put your document on a Moto so we could get all of the notes?
I would be happy to do that. I will post them to Edmodo right now.
Okay, thank you.
That's,
I'm going to post them under the sig figs homework.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't do that. Never mind. I'll call them sig fig
when you put
notes.
this in your notes, you should probably stop about there.
I'm not even little, like a kid's.
So in the meantime, guys, can you, for those of you who do have your notes, could you let me know what that rule is for multiplying and dividing significant figures?
Use the least number of sig figs.
Right, do we care about decimals anymore when we do multiplication? We do not.
Significant figures. Same as significant digits. Significant means
So what's our answer when we plug it into the calculator?
we need to be quiet.
Should I call on random people again?
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said. Really crazy? Like you were? Yeah. I don't know. Don't touch me.
Okay, yeah, how about Macy? Can you tell me what this should be?
Um, 72.78.
Yeah, how'd you know?
That's
What's your reasoning?
what?
Smart that way.
Like she probably used Scoopal.
No.
No, she really used land.
You make her sound like
So why are we using 4 and not 5?
See, it does.
The less
get.
Yeah.
That's our rule, right? What is this?
DKN. I don't know.
That's not that's IDK.
IDK.
IDK and ID.
Don't know math. It's not don't know math. It's decameters.
Oh.
IDK and ID.
Okay.
These are showing you the decimal.
Here's another one. How about Lana for this one?
You had it
Lana, I'm so sorry.
right. You had it right the first time.
I don't call you by your name usually. Which is it?
Lana.
Lana.
Lana. Alright, Lana, that's all you.
Good luck.
Come on, guys, it should be easy. You've got calculators, right?
No. We have technology in school.
They're on your computers.
2222208 million.
Okay.
5 2s and an 08.
Oh, I have that. I just didn't know what it was.
No, give it
Then what?
No, it's crickets.
No.
This is a weird one, you guys.
In those numbers that we had before, we had the blue ones right at the top.
Oh, no, that's like the
That is the answer, man.
How many sig pigs do we want to use?
No, that's like how much, that's the one that I did like after I managed it and stuff.
I heard someone say 3. Why 3?
Because your lowest number of
3, 4 points.
But there's a 0 right here. Does this count?
Wait, what?
We have to do the approximate.
Yes, it does. We're showing precision here.
1, 2.
We went to the 1 decimal place over, but it was a 0. So we have a perfect 18 meter measurement. So 3 significant figures. What do we do here? Do we just do this? And that's our number?
Okay, this one is.
No,
No,
No, that's weird.
wouldn't want to do that.
that is weird.
So you have
Don't
to
do
be
that.
careful.
What do we do instead?
Now you got all of it way too fast, you don't remember half of it, but that's okay. It'll all be in the notes too, and then maybe you'll remember what I said, and if not, you'll send an email or text.
All right, guys. Questions?
Have you got this figured out? What's missing, what's fuzzy, what's iffy?
No, I'm taking. She made me do it last time. I just tried.
Guys, please get your practicing the assignment with the 5 questions, because it'll help solidify this knowledge. I'm not just giving it to you to make busy work for you guys. I really believe that practicing it will get it in your head better. And we're going to use it in this unit a lot.
How long is this unit?
That's what we're going to talk about today, actually. Mr. Schneider, do you want to take over the discussion now and do the Lewis rubric?
Yeah. What?
Sure.
Or would you like me to?
I don't care. You can.
I don't actually have a Lewis rubric pulled up. I apologize.
I don't need it. I can grab one that looks like it.
You count everything after.
So this unit, you guys, is called What's on the Table. And I'm actually really excited about it because we are going to be taking apart a food or beverage of your choice down to the very elements and atoms. So you know how I drink my Diet Bud Light every day?
Pizza.
Yes.
You still drinking that?
So, what's in this? A lot of crap, right?
Bad stuff.
Some
That's
good
like
stuff.
the worst
and some
pop.
good stuff.
It's the worst pop possible for you.
So I would love it if someone picked Diet Mountain Dew for their beverage or food
Actually, Dr.
and took it apart, because I'm curious what elements are in that. What kind of elements and how much, and what kind of effect does it have on your body?
Freshman,
Yes.
the number of people in here that are talking while Miss Keller is talking has gone way beyond ridiculous. And I can make sure that you are way too miserable to talk if that's what you want.
Is it still in the redonkulous range?
Sorry.
Not yet, but I can make sure you're sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Truly a Monday, isn't it, Bert?
Hello.
Nah.
You just addressed this as Bert.
He was attempting to be speaking collective.
Trying to be sarcastic.
My shoe's ruined.
Mrs. Keller, what would you
Yes.
like me to put in the title for this?
Let's call it What's on the Table. Do you guys get it?
That was hilarious.
Periodic table and, food on the table.
So,
The English teacher appreciated the fun.
Thank you, Mrs. Schneider.
Mrs. Keller, I can type on this. If you want to run the discussion, this is kind of yours.
All right. So we're going to be taking apart a food or drink,
How can you take apart a drink?
something you guys are eating down to the very elements and atoms. And you guys are, as a final product, are going to make a map or diagram breaking down exactly what's in your food or beverage. And then you're going to accompany that with like a written component, so you're explaining all those little parts on your map and diagram. You guys are welcome to work together for this, but everyone's going to submit something independently. Or individually, I should say. And you'll get to present them too.
Like, we can use any kind of food we want.
You can use any food you want. It can be like Doritos, you can, it can be something really specific like Pringles, sour cream, and onion. You can pick something for specific. Or you can say something like chocolate.
Chocolate.
But what you guys are going to have to do is a little bit of research, which a lot of you are becoming better and better at. I've been impressed. Like when I went away and had my baby and then I came back, you guys were way better at researching, whether you realized it or not.
I got a question.
Finland.
Yeah, Kaylee.
Don't you have to be able to take it apart though? Figure out the chemicals in it?
Yes, and since we won't actually be doing that in class, we can, we don't have the physical components, we're not gonna actually take apart stuff physically. But we do have a lot of sources online, so we can look up what it's made of, right?
I'm sure.
And then once we have the ingredients, what do we do with those?
I'll go and then we make it. We make it and eat it.
Emily just said, I'm sure someone's done the chemical makeup of a Dorito and put it online, so.
And
Well, yeah, or
make
I know
it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna find
places
out all the
have
chemicals.
to publish their ingredients, right? That's like
Yes,
a
that's why they're so
I'm gonna be
Food and Drug Administration rule in the United
They got that
States.
orange rough.
So you can take the list of ingredients, take each ingredient, take that ingredient apart, and so on. Yeah. Yeah.
But choosing would be difficult for me.
Damn it.
I got a food, I'll tell you.
Time out,
Pickles.
time out. Does everybody have to turn something in?
What?
Yes.
So you can all do your own separate substance, right?
Why would we though?
So we don't have 5 people doing Mountain Dew?
Let's make a
Diet
list.
Mountain Dew.
Let's go up the board and write our things so no one else can take that.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, I go first.
Mrs. Keller, do we
Guys,
have time for
wait a
that?
minute, don't do anything yet. I want to say something real quick. Be careful what you choose, because sometimes, if you love something really, really well, sometimes when you find out what it is, you don't want to love it anymore.
Yeah, because if you find like there's a chemical in there that is like found in rat
Like
poison.
spider eggs and hubba bubba
Right,
bubble
right,
gum.
right, right. So be careful, sometimes choosing your food food might not be the best outcome in the end.
Actually, there's probably rat piss on every pop can.
Rat piss. I love the way she talks.
We watch the language.
I can't hear because
No kidding. I'm sitting next to the computer, I can't hear.
Mr. Schneider, I think we need to start watching.
I think we need to watch the level of rude, period. Because talking over people is rude. So, Ms. Keller.
I don't care if people pick the same thing, like if two people want to do Diet Mountain Dew, that's fine, but you guys have to each turn in your own project, and they have to be different from each other, they can't be the same thing. So you're definitely welcome to work with someone else and team up on research, but then you both need to make different diagrams, or whatever your final product is. It could be a diagram, a map, some sort of visual representation of the breakdown of your food or drink.
yeah. I'm sorry, that was not unnecessary.
Okay, so brainstorm.
I already got my.
Brainstorm, yeah, let's make a class list of
I'll go first.
who's doing what.
Okay, let's go. Wait, can we put it up there?
We should all do something.
Kaylee just had a good idea up here. She said like fruit would be really hard.
Why?
Does Dr. Pepper have a label on it? Tells you right what's in it?
Yeah.
Does
Well,
it orange?
Sort of.
Bags of oranges, you can just get a bag of orange.
Or is this one of those things that Emily was talking about that somebody may have already gone and figured it out and put it on the web? So can you do a ham sandwich
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
with mayo and lots of cheese?
What?
How about this?
Those are really good, that's my favorite.
We should just all do like junk foods and then find out that there's something really horrible in them, so we'll all stop eating them and like lose
There you
weight.
go. And then we'll all
Nobody do 100 grams.
Why not?
Because they're mine and Mrs. Schneider's favorite.
I
What?
love
Wanna keep
100
eating them.
grams.
What?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
You guys are evil.
Alright,
Can
so
I do an egg and say?
I have a picture of everything on the board. It's all mine. You can wipe it all out. And you should hurry up. We don't have all day just to choose a topic.
I almost think that choosing a processed food would probably be an easier task because I think it's evaluated
Yeah.
that. I'm more curious about what's in normal food, natural food, to find out whether or not
I need that activity.
goes into processed food and natural food is any better or any worse. Maybe it's better or even to eat an orange.
Yeah, that might be genetically modified or.
I'm doing research on Takis, guys. I'm doing research on Takis.
Or natural would be good.
McDonald's?
Green bean salad, that's what we'll do.
Well, that would be interesting because you take all the components and break each one down.
You have to make them not
Okay, so my brother was like, you don't want to butter toast.
Okay, wait, are we done with our list or we're not, right?
I think they are.
Yeah, guys, I don't know.
First day, the brainstorm is a do it now.
Justine, it's K-O-S-H-E-R.
Bud Light.
K-O-S-H-E-R. Guys,
I'll get him out. Okay, I'll write Reese's syrup for you.
what should I do?
Why this thing is pointed at the side of the desk?
Do a pop or something. Like, what's your favorite pop? Or not your favorite pop, don't do your
Guys,
favorite.
what should I do?
Dr. Pepper.
Oreos.
I
I should have.
I don't know.
Hey, son.
Yeah, don't start the fire in here. Put the matches away.
Wakia, put the matches down. Put the matches back.
Okay, here, what did you want?
Yeah.
The last time I seen
No, no one wants to see that.
Are you done yet?
You're doing good, What's up? You might be up there.
Erase what, Rocco?
Wait, what did Rock have?
Rock and Brent are coming back.
That's what I asked. What is that? No.
What?
Thank you.
You don't grab the trash.
Tomorrow, we have a winner.
You're doing Swedish fish, honey. That's my fave. Are you doing it because me? I love you, honey.
Whoa.
Which flavor? There's like 8 of them. There you go.
Can we get started?
We're about to.
I want to tell you guys more of how we're gonna grade you guys.
I prefer that you did.
Oh, why do you have to grade us? Can't you just give us A's?
Hey.
Just give everybody. We also want to tell you what our expectations are. So you guys in that survey said that that's not clear enough sometimes.
Pick your favorite flavor.
Snow outside. Are you guys supposed to have a lot of snow? It said starting tonight, but it's not night yet.
Oh, there's a chemical in pickles that are supposed to make them smooth like ice cream.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, Brick, you know what if that?
Caleb, he made some.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna
Should I change my subject?
BIC.
Back in your chair. BIYC. Back in your chair.
Alright, so you have chosen a food.
Trump.
What comes next?
Hey, can I do a ramen fish? I'm gonna go get a drink. Somebody keep wrong. Please just beat us now.
You know the chemical in chocolate that makes you feel good is also found in cheese?
That's fine, Ellie. It's fine.
Hey, Gordon and Brian.
Gosh.
Who's gonna make you guys stay after school? And I'm gonna lie.
Not me. I'm supposed to be home.
What do you suppose you should be doing after you choose a topic?
Look it up.
Researching our research.
Does research go in brainstorm or in your design?
Brain.
Do you have to have your research done before you can
Yeah.
design your product?
Yep.
Okay?
Oh, I got this.
Adults, can you come up with anything that we need in here besides research?
I'd like them to cite their sources using APA. That's the LA component.
Oh, wait a second. What do you do before you do research, people?
You saw your sources.
You need a brain dump. You need to write down everything you can possibly think of
Everything you possibly know.
about the ingredients,
I'm already searching.
or,
Well, I don't have enough.
or, hello,
Nobody's home.
or about your process.
Here's,
Things that you
I'd
know
like
you're
to
gonna
add
have to
too,
look
I'd really
up.
like to see a comparison kit. I'd like to know what you think about your product prior to you going out and finding what reality is.
It's the worst thing.
So a chart of some sort that's going to show what I know or what I think I know about it. And then on the other side, I'd like you to put your research.
Ooh, I like that a lot. 3,000 points for Mrs. Schneider.
There you go.
Oh, this is stupid.
I need them today because I did really terrible at the same thing.
3,000 points to Gryffindor.
I did too. I emailed Mr. Schneider a lot before class.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Don't punish me.
So before you do anything else, word doc. Write down everything you know
I know everything.
about this food, about the ingredients in this food, and write down all the things that you already know you have to look up.
Brain dump.
And you guys, that's gonna be homework for tonight, if Mr. and Mrs. Snyder think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Like, you can get it done in class, but if you don't get it done in class, get it done before the beginning of class next time.
The brainstorm, what do you mean?
The what I already know and need to look up.
Okay. Can I go use the restroom? But that's all we need to do is look up stuff. I won't about it. I know what I like to ask. Mrs. Keller. You're so behaved. Hello.
I can hear someone calling me, but I can't hear you very well.
That means everybody else is talking.
Is that all we have to do is look it up? Look stuff up about our stuff? I think.
Is someone still answering or asking me a question?
Okay, go up there.
No.
Yeah, come on up and talk to me up here, because I just hear a lot of people in the front talking.
Wait, can I go use the restroom real quick?
Gordon, shut up.
Sicky Gordon, get
Is that all you want us to do?
it. You would just love that, wouldn't you?
That's what's due next time I see you guys, yeah. So what is today, Monday? So that's what's due Wednesday at the beginning of class. What you already know and what you need to look up, and then it should be a compare and contrast like Mr. Schneider suggested. Where like if you're doing Diet Mountain Dew, I already know it has caffeine in it. I know it makes me crazy. I know it's diet, there's no sugar. What don't you know? What do you need to look up? Probably all the ingredients, right? You need to find all those ingredients, then you need to take apart those ingredients and find the elements. And then maybe list some websites that you're gonna look at. Does that make sense? That's a really good question.
Can I go use the restroom?
I hope everybody heard me answer that awesome question.
Yep.
Oh, I have it. No. That's where that grade is, okay? What grade do you want to be in? Okay. Give it back.
No.
Gordon, give Brendan her stuff back. Or how about you take a break? Just go attack McGee. He'll give it right up.
Hey, excuse me, I didn't get any.
Won't make you give up?
How'd you know, will you?
Yes.
Excuse me. So, where's my baby?
This one, you should have that.
I have.
That's what I was thinking.
Go find.
I hate this.
I did it.
If you were to need to, that was really sad.
Oreos, I think. Do your work. You should give me one. I tell you work. It's just a liar.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
That doesn't sound like typing.
They're not. I cut it.
Moving on from that very soon. And since you're loud and stuff, you must be done. Are we making a PowerPoint, Mrs. Keller?
I was thinking some sort of visual representation, and if people want to do that on the computer, it's fine. I know we have some artists in this class too. So I was hoping some people, depending on what your skill set is, would make some sort of visual representation, like a map or a diagram showing how your food is being taken apart. And so you can make a poster that you bring in, and then you snap a picture of it, or have Mr. Schneider snap a picture of it and put it on Edmodo. You can make a PowerPoint, although we make a lot of PowerPoints now, so if you need some sort of visual representation in that PowerPoint or in real life, shows you taking apart that food down to the very element. And so that's your final product. So we'll get to that. I think we're going to finish this Lewis rubric here, so you guys know all your expectations and you don't feel like deer in headlights, hopefully. I know you guys feel like that sometimes when we give you projects, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to fix that. I'm trying to fix that.
I was joking. What about our element projects? What are we gonna do with those?
Are you done with them?
Oh, with the.
We've been done for like a month, I thought.
What
You turned in?
Yeah.
Do we have to have a presentation on every project?
No. No, well, that's why we made the video.
Well, maybe that's because he wanted us to do something.
Maybe it's just free work.
Maybe it's just work to keep us busy.
Maybe it's just for a grade.
I
Did
need
we
some
promise
ice.
you
A
a
month
stand in
ago.
front of the class and then
No,
you
I
have to do
need
it?
ice. I need ice.
Brock, shut up.
Ice.
No, we did a good
I'll
video.
take. I'll do that. That's where you can.
I mean, it's
Don't throw it, don't throw it,
It
don't
only
throw
had
it.
a few bloopers. So good.
I know, but look how we just went down.
I'm back.
Hello.
That's not the way. Hey,
You guys are.
he's letting me use that
You
other stuff.
guys had sweatshirts and stuff. You guys both.
Reckon, can you throw that back to me? Or whoever has it, he's letting me use it as a stuff.
Oh.
Okay, I gotta go get Kia.
Ice.
I might need to whip it if
That's
people.
not Kia. Oh, it is.
Maybe you could find me a shotgun.
Okay, shotgun? You're gonna shoot us all. You're gonna blow up the school with shotgun.
That's good.
Uh-uh.
You said shotgun. Everyone
Oh.
shut up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get attention.
Kristen,
Most available. It's like
when you go to design a solution,
It's a bad idea. Okay, let me help.
what is that gonna look like? What are you gonna have that you can turn in for points?
Who's having this dancing party?
Under the design part.
I'm sorry. Can we actually bring food of our items into
The
class?
design cycle's on the wall now, you know. You saw the poster?
Yeah. Can we bring a 3D object, like our food?
So like our PowerPoint or.
Forget it.
You're gonna plan that all out? You're gonna turn in a plan, a design for building that?
We could do it.
Oh yeah, we have an episode meeting.
again.
I put in an extra word.
What? Turn in complete design.
I'm not sure complete is the most perfect word in the world for that, but I know that when we get designs from kids, they're quite frequently
Can we make a poster of my
crappy and
diagram?
minimalistic. Let's not do that, okay? In order to avoid that, should we give you some more detail on that or no? Alright. I think your design should have something in there about colors
It's red.
and fonts and images.
We have to tell you that?
Why? Mrs. Keller just said that our homework was what I already know and what I need to look up.
Yeah.
That was our
Mrs.
homework.
Keller died also.
Oh, Mr. Keller,
Oh,
what?
that's not very nice.
Well,
died.
too bad. She's the one that.
The only people connected is that
Kinda
computer and
so-
this computer. She'll be back in a minute. It seems like maybe they're having internet connection problems, because I'm not.
So, what if we make those?
Stop.
So, time out. You just triggered another thought. That didn't go in the computer for some reason. What other things do you have to put in your plan so that you can have a good plan?
Tashi elements. Elements.
When we're gonna get stuff done?
Ooh, nice one. Timeline. I got layout. I got images, fonts, colors. Macy, do I need to make sure that you're not happy anymore so that you stop?
No, I'm good.
I can do that.
Just like,
It feels like I haven't covered everything, but I don't know what I'm missing.
resources? I don't know. Yeah, resources.
How you're gonna cite?
Yeah.
Right, but if you're doing a PowerPoint or something, you can cite on each slide if you wanted to,
At the
or you
bottom.
can cite them all at the end. You can put a hyperlink right next to the pictures, and then cite them all properly at the end, that kind of thing. I think that might be a fairly complete design. I think that might be everything, but maybe not. If you come up with something else, let me know. Okay? And then we go to build. And under build, we have to write down what you have to do. You have to itemize
The contents of your food or drink. Or drink. Please put or drink. Thank you.
Do you have OCD?
Sometimes that's a good thing.
My mom does.
I'm not like.
Time out. Here we go. Come on. Stay with me. In order to do this, you have to
Itemize the contents of your food or drink.
Maybe
In
a
a
visual.
No, visual presentation.
Wait, so do we
What if we don't want it?
bullets or like a paragraph?
In a visual way.
Have you ever had
Oh, welcome back. I came back to.
So, we have,
Sorry, power went out.
oh, okay. We moved on because we couldn't come up with anything else under design. If you have something, let me know.
I like that they have to turn in a complete design. I think that's good, because that'll force you guys to come up with a plan, so you don't save all your work till the last minute, hopefully.
And one of the kids came up with a timeline, I didn't even add that.
That's super good. A timeline, perfect, with little dates
Yep.
about when, like, you'll be done with this one thing by Friday, done with this other thing by Tuesday, and so on. I like it.
Holy cow, look at the wall shape.
bit windy.
Yeah, it's a bit windy.
Oh, bit.
Under Bill, you should build a visual presentation that itemizes the contents of your food and drink.
It's 31 miles an hour.
Is that everything?
Wait, what?
How about, show the amount of the element in grams
Mrs.
for
Keller,
packaging?
could we bring
Macy, what?
a visual of our food?
So this is where scientific notation will come in handy, you guys, and sig figs.
Beyond the limits. No,
I'm asking Macy what it is.
no. Macy needs to be really damn quiet right now. Is that it?
How about showing the amounts in the packaging or as a serving size that you're eating? Can we relate that somehow? We want to make it relevant to you guys, like how much are you really eating? You don't eat an atom of a Ritz cracker, right?
Ooh,
Oh, I wasn't saying that out loud.
What'd you say?
Like,
what does it mean when I say USRDA?
Universal.
Are you people not in health?
We don't worry about it.
United States
recommends
daily
daily
There you go. Somebody can research.
We just remembered RDA, not USRDA.
It's the recommended daily allowance. It's the amount of that stuff you're supposed to have.
Yeah, like the percent.
Some of it you need more, and some of it you shouldn't have hardly any. And looking at the label on the combos, there's probably way too much salt.
Nah.
And yellow dye number 4,
That's in pickles.
okay? Is there anything else along those lines that we should talk about?
What do you guys care about? Make this relevant to you.
I
There's gotta be something food-wise you wanna know.
Well, my food, it takes care of when it's cold.
Sure.
Like, it'll make you sick if you eat it cold. Like, you cook it and then, like, it gets cooled down too much, it makes you sick. I don't know.
Like caffeine and stuff. Like how much of that in has it?
Oh,
I
Like
need
that?
those.
Yeah.
did you know that the US government regulates how much rat hair is allowable
Right.
in peanut butter?
Yes, I do.
Oh, seriously?
And rats.
And how many spider parts can be in your peanut butter?
I'm never eating peanut butter again.
Or how many insect legs can be in your chocolate bars?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm on the email.
Do they
And it's,
seriously?
the process is so long that it's almost impossible to keep it completely up.
Do you think that somebody's growing spiders so they can chop off the legs and put them in your food?
No,
How do spider parts get in your food then?
it's just such a long process that
They're wandering around in the factory, there's rats and mice on top of the peanuts, and if you're eating peanut
Yes,
butter,
yes. Hey. Okay, so there's this Mythbusters thing where they had like, they bought a bunch of cans of pop from like all over their city, and they tested them for how much rat piss they had on top of like the can where you drink from.
We can say P, guys.
Rat pee.
Thank you.
That's like on top of the can, like where you drink from. There's a lot.
Now we're gonna do like sanitizer.
I love the pop.
and the first couple swallows are gonna taste like an alcohol swab or a baby wipe, right?
That's why
If I put a
But
straw
that's
in
better
the pot,
than-
I don't like drink it.
Okay? Have we got everything in here? People, the more stuff you put in here, the more points you get for it, the better off you are. The more itemized you make this list, the easier it is for you to read this and complete it and do a good job.
Well, some people might not have.
What
some
about
that
like
stuff in there.
creativity? Where does that go? Does that go in a different column?
If the type of packaging you use is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
like plastic bottles are toxins in them, like this water, if they get heated up, you can get very sick on them.
packaging wax expiration. Cause those kinda go together. Things in a tin can last much longer than things that are wrapped up in cellophane. Okay? And if they're stored differently, they last a different amount of time.
Yeah.
Cause, yeah, like cookies on the countertop don't last very long, but
Cookies in the freezer, fridge off the wall.
there you go. Did I leave anybody's ideas out?
Instead of like grams, like milligrams and that, cause like in a pop where it's liquid, there aren't like a lot, it's more in milligrams and all those smaller units.
Okay, time out. Everybody, make sure you're listening. That's a great point. Milligrams is grams, right?
Yeah.
Why do we put milli in front of the word grams?
To make it sound
So it's more specific.
And the label is more specific, what happens to the number?
It's small.
The number gets smaller. So we're making the number easier to read by putting the milli in the label instead of in the number. So milligrams is grams. It's the same thing. You should use it when it's appropriate.
Something with appropriateness.
Kilograms, when you're talking about your body, is not appropriate to talk about that many grams. It's more appropriate to talk about 45 kilograms
You can make calling yourself that one.
instead of 45,000 grams. Makes more sense. Makes the numbers easier to handle. Say what?
Oh, I was just thinking out loud. I was watching this show and there's this guy that weighed like 165 kilos.
I think you have to take that times 2.2 or 2.4, I don't remember.
Yeah, somewhere around there. He's pretty big. They call
So.
him the Bulgarian brute.
Do we have everything under bill that we have to have? Okay. Test
Can we-
design.
Oh, do we put, atomic number and atomic mass?
No.
What's like? Ow.
Do you guys know what those things are yet?
It's the thing on the.
Oh, wait.
atomic number is the number that's below an element on the periodic table of elements.
That would be a really cool way to display all the stuff in your food or drink. Is make like a little mini periodic table with just the elements in your
Oh yeah.
beverage.
So
You
it's
guys
like,
don't have to do that, but that's an idea.
it's like
Can we
the
use
size
that
of the
idea?
slice is as like how many of this thing it has, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So down here under test and evaluate.
And that stuff.
Is 2 the right number, Mrs. Keller?
Sure.
Do we need 3 or 7?
I think 2's good.
Okay.
I'm happy to be one of your peers, you guys.
This has the Keller stamp.
Absolutely. In fact, I don't know, I don't wanna make it a requirement, but I'm happy to look at everyone's. Like, if you really wanna get feedback from me or Mr. Schneider, we'd be happy to do that at this point. Or you can just ask friends. But we'll bring a different perspective since our expertise falls in this kind of stuff. Like, we've been to college and I know a lot of math. Mr. Schneider knows a lot of science.
How about that, Mrs. Keller? They need 2 parents and a teacher.
I didn't wanna force them to do it, but
I kinda do.
good idea.
I
Let's
kinda
do
do.
it. Let's force them.
That doesn't sound right.
And you can talk to Mr. D. He's a science guy.
Settlement.
He looks like
Hey, you want anything?
Still nice,
There's another
nice
science guy at the
guy.
other end, right?
Still alive. Yes. Okay.
What's his name? Matt?
Can we talk to Bill Nye?
There you go.
Can I talk to him?
He's more earth science.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're 9th grade. I think you can handle 9th grade.
You never know.
that. He shut you down.
And under modified.
He does space too.
That's about the least number of letters I can put in. Does
I like how concise you are.
that work?
Fix her
And then our
feedback.
share.
You mean here?
Mrs. Keller, how does that look?
I like it so far.
How are we gonna share?
So people will have their diagram or map, some sort of visual of their food breakdown.
Are we gonna put these on the wall and do a gallery walk?
Oh, we haven't done that yet, have we?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Let's do a gallery walk.
What?
A gallery.
What are we talking
A
about?
gallery walk. How splendid.
But I want to do a PowerPoint.
Why would we?
I'm good with
And we may
PowerPoint.
have to try and draft the, junior high kids to come.
Oh, no. Becky, don't tell me anything.
No, what's a gallery walk?
We're gonna put your stuff up, like, maybe in the hallway, maybe just around the
But
room.
I wanted to do a PowerPoint.
And we're gonna put them up, well, then yours will be up here. And then we're just gonna walk around the room, we're gonna talk about what everybody has.
What if like someone else does a PowerPoint?
Well, then we're gonna have to do the gallery walk around the room and then sit down and watch everybody's PowerPoint. Or take away PowerPoint.
No. Shush.
I imagine it like you guys will be walking around looking at everyone's, and then you can go to a station and someone will be telling you about their project. So maybe like half the class can walk around and hear about one half of the class and the other half of the class can walk around. Hear about that half of the class. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That could work.
Freshman science fair.
And then we could do them on their laptops instead of on the screen.
Yeah, so people could be sitting at their desk and have their laptop out, and if someone wants to hear about what's in American cheese, then you go to so-and-so who has their PowerPoint about American cheese on their laptop, and so on.
And one of the kids just said, like science fair. Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
like science fair. Question?
Okay, so, Mrs. Keller said that for our homework, we had to have like the, what we know and what we need to know done.
Oh yeah, that's posted on Edmodo,
Oh, it is,
and I
okay.
tried to explain it. But I can answer any questions if you think my directions aren't clear enough.
I was just gonna ask her.
That's due Wednesday.
Okay, so Mrs. Keller, I need you to help me with the due dates for all of these different parts.
Okay, so this one is Wednesday, I think.
That would be 10 February. Design due,
Ice cream, Skittles, yogurt, candy.
How about 12th of February, Friday?
let me put a kink in everything. On Wednesday, how many of you are gonna be gone? 2, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 6 go on Wednesday. On Friday, okay, 7. Girls basketball, probably leaving early. That's gonna take how many of you?
So we should do
1,
like
2, 3,
Tuesday.
4.
We should do Tuesday.
Okay, but this stuff is due. That doesn't mean you have to be here. It does mean you have to get your questions answered so that you can have it done, so that you can have it turned in. So, your brainstorm is due before class starts on Wednesday. your design is due before class starts on Friday. Even if you're gone, because you know about it ahead of time. And then our build is due,
There's no school Monday, right?
right,
Oh, but we see on Tuesday.
and Tuesday's a B day, so we have class on the 17th and the 19th, Wednesday and Friday, the following week.
I gotta go prom something. I'm not going to prom.
So should we make it due at the end of class on Wednesday, so they have the weekend to work on it, and then Wednesday they can spend talking to us if they have questions, working on it a little more in class if they need the time?
Recommend?
You guys can be part of this conversation. If you don't like these dates, let us know.
Yeah, I was thinking like May 17th.
We're trying to talk to you,
Yeah,
and you're ignoring the crap out of it.
I'm listening.
after the rubric.
Your build is due at the end of class on Wednesday. So,
Or should we make it the beginning of class?
And
so
Okay.
Friday, if you're turning in your design on Friday, what are you gonna be doing all day during class on Friday?
Working.
Your build, right? Okay? And then your build should be due
At the end.
at the end of class on Wednesday. So you have all day Friday and all day Wednesday to build, to create, to put it together. And then Friday, the 19th, we test and evaluate. 19 Feb. And then,
And that should happen during class as well, right? You're gonna be talking to each other, you can talk to me or Mr. Schneider. And so should we make it due at the end of class on the 19th as well?
Throw it at board. Why? Because he's bored.
That's his problem.
can we test and evaluate and modify all in one day?
yeah.
I know my classes, that's why.
Yeah, he's don't put it
Wait a second. This date can be the same as that date, because you modify it has to be
Oh, that's
done.
my birthday.
And that's the day that we're gonna share.
Oh, that sucks.
Does that work?
That sucks. Presenting my birthday.
They're not graded separately though, it's fewer points.
That is in 15 days. We have 2 weeks to get this completely done.
15 days.
It's not like where we do it by hand and put like how we're gonna do it and all that stuff. Or
Whoa.
we just put like if we're gonna do a presentation, just put a one
Backside on
No, if you're doing a presentation, I wanna see a little, I want you to scribble out a picture of what your slides are gonna look like, and what's gonna be on them. You don't have to write out, you know, the term and the definition, and the term and the definition, you can just write, define this one, that one, and that one. And then draw another box and show me what's on the next slide.
Why do you want to know that?
Because you have to plan it out. It's not about me knowing that, it's about you running that all through
Well,
your
that's
brain.
dumb. You're just gonna throw it away anyway.
No.
Why do you have to do it? I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, 5 minutes class left, don't get so excited, okay?
Don't worry.
Somebody said this thing right here is about 15 days.
Yeah, it is.
Mrs. Keller, are you okay with all the dates that we put up here?
I sure am.
Okay.
I have a question about the 19th of February though. If they're sharing with 2 peers and a teacher, is that gonna be, will that have to be done before class on the 19th? Or is it gonna be due at the end of class? So they can class?
That to me seems like an in-class kind of thing.
Well, like, what if they aren't able to get your rubric?
Yeah, and I don't have any, like, I really like.
Well, you're gonna have to get over that.
Everyone should be able to get this done. It doesn't take too long to look over someone's presentation and think about what they're saying and tell them what they can do better or what they're doing really well already.
Bear
Yeah.
bacon, nutrition.
And you're gonna have this rubric, so all you have to do is, you know, if they didn't do anything about serving sizes, you get in the row with the serving sizes, you use your arrow and get over here and put in no serving sizes, and you send it to them. Okay? It's not that hard. Michelle? Everybody's got this? Life is good. This is easy? All right.
Mrs. Keller, what's happening over there? It's noisy.
Yeah, there's construction going on, that's why the power went out. Someone hit a cord and the whole building went dark.
Nice.
It was awesome.
I wouldn't have done
Do you guys feel good about this? Do you feel like you know what your expectations are from me and Mr. Schneider?
Yeah.
You want to see our last one? Where's our last one?
Alright, get that sick fake homework done if you didn't do it already, and get your brainstorm done. We'll look forward to reading those. And email me or text me if you have any questions, guys. I am available for you. I am here for you.
Hey, Justine.
Okay. It's really good. Like this.
I'm gonna find it.
Okay, Mrs. Keller, do you want to put in an assignment for this? Do you have a ready to go?
We're gonna stop it.
I put something in the Edmodo. I made space for the brainstorm component. Do you want me to do one for the design and the rest of it too? Or are we gonna wait to post those?
I just wanted to edit what you put in.
Oh, perfect, please do.
You want
No.
No.
Brenton and I went to see that. Yeah.
You know exactly what to write on there. Go ahead and write it on there.
Laughing at me.
What the heck is wrong with
During
me?
the SAS part, I was like, oh, such a whip. I'm like, shut up.
I laugh.
I laughed at romantic parts. I was like, I'm just like this, and I'm like, okay.
You have chemistry?
I'm like, tigers and foes. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I didn't have the romantic parts.
Mr. Schneider, can I show you some stuff on my screen really quick?
You put it up on the wall?
No, I just want to show you.
Okay. As soon as I get done connecting this.
Well, I do not like to bed like this.
So hard.
Like, Brenton, you stop
They're like all
really
like together, and I'm like, I'm just laughing, and my mom's like, what's wrong?
She's drugged it so that she can
No, I don't have it.
Thanks, I'm holding the paintbrush back. I asked you if you wanted it back.
No, look at her blazes. Can you stand by me? There's more blazes.
Those are not.
Her laugh. I just said pump the stick.
The two girls.
Just like have my shirt like just.
Oh, here. I was really focused. Go get Mr. More spread. I'm gonna need to go get a book.
Mr. Dutterman, I was supposed to show you something that I do need to talk about.
Yes. You know how we have nobody else? Watch this.
Hey, Hannah.
What? She doesn't have one. She doesn't have one.
I can put it in the back of my room.
Go grab Mr. Moore.
Because I don't have that fitting.
I gotta go get
I'm weird. What? What is it? Renulum?
Renulum.
I don't know why I don't have it. I think I just was born without it.
I need to go grab a book.
How much stuff do you guys have?
No, I modified your assignment. All I did was say, there's nothing that needs to be changed. I just wanted to get it.
Just next time.
Not sure I like
So,
that particular feature.
What is that?
I suppose it keeps things longer in your
Oh, you.
Is that the big thing?
I'd rather be dying without smelling. Come back here a little.
Smells like shaving cream.
Just a reminder, FCCLA meeting today in Ms. Albert's room right now for 20 minute block. FCCLA meeting, 20 minute block. We'll try that again. FCCLA meeting right now in Ms. Albert's room. Ms.
It's just like a mix of everything. But, I'd rather have that than just for lavender. If you guys want to buy those campground things, they're just
I'm going to
I think it smells better than cherry sheets.
yeah.
Okay, I'm doing it.